Good day, and welcome to episode 28 of the 100 Spin Test, where I take roulette strategies and deliberately play them poorly. There are too many distractions which prevent people from playing roulette perfectly. So the goal of this channel is to honestly see if certain flat betting strategies can deal with real-world distractions and human imperfection. I tend to target obvious scammers who tout bad bets with this channel, or demonstrate the perils of playing the same bet too long. Today is different in that it's the second time that I've played one that was sent to me by a viewer, and it's the first time that I'll be testing on a 00 wheel. Today's test strategy is from a submission by Matthew Mendoza, but it wasn't named. It's similar to what Compulsive Tinkerer calls dirty dozens, so I'll call today's strategy Dastardly dozens. Since I play online, I normally use a European wheel, but as I mentioned earlier, I'll go American. It will take some getting used to, since I generally have memorized the number positions and odds based on the 37 number configuration. There are 32 out of 38 winning numbers, giving you an 84% chance of winning on each spin, but 12 of those are pushes. Therefore, if we exclude the pushes, we are looking at a 20 out of 26 or 77% likelihood of winning. Anyhow, no matter what strategy anyone develops, there is always that pesky house edge which varies between 1.35% on a French wheel to 7.69% if you're crazy enough to play on a 000. Therefore, a large number of consecutive unmodified bets can drain a bankroll. So, nothing wins all the time. Play safe. To simplify things for analysis and scaling, I've reduced the unit size to $1, pound, or euro. Place 9 units on 1 to 18, 5 units on the third dozen, and 1 unit on the 000 split. I've included a link to the Jack-Ace Bet Analyzer for this bet in the description. You will win 3 unit if the ball lands on 0, 00, or between 1 and 18. 25 to 36 is a push, and you will lose 15 if the ball lands between 19 and 24.
As always, the chart below shows the progress of the strategy as misplayed and gives a hint at how volatile the bet is. Now let's speed things up and watch the progress. I'll be back at the end to summarize.
We won 53 times, pushed 33 and lost 14. A reasonable expectation would be 53 wins, 32 pushes, and 16 losses. I realize that the expected results added up to 101. That's just a rounding error. The facts are that the results were close to expectation and we beat the house edge, but not by enough to break even. We reached a high water mark of positive 27 units and a low water mark of negative 66, with a final result of negative 51 units. We were in profit for 26% of the session. There were a string of losses around spin 30 that was just impossible to recover from. I ran a few statistical tests on the results. The chi-square test indicated that these results were likely random. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 1.2 with a standard deviation of 0.5. That means it took 1 or 2 spins to get a win 65% of the time and 3 spins or less over 95% of the time. The maximum number of consecutive wins was 25 and losses was 3. Keep in mind that the stats consider a push a win. That being said, the loss rate was low. There were 2 repeaters. 6 and 28 each repeated once. The hot 3 numbers were 9 with 6 hits, 15 and 25, each with 5 hits. The cold 3 were 3, 11 and 26 with 1 hit each. I ran a few statistical tests on the results. The chi-square test indicated that these results were likely random. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 1.2 with a standard deviation of 0.5. That means it took 1 or 2 spins to get a win 65% of the time and 3 spins or less over 95% of the time. The maximum number of consecutive wins was 25 and losses was 3. Keep in mind that the stats consider a push a win. That being said, the loss rate was low. There were 2 repeaters. 6 and 28 each repeated once. The hot 3 numbers were 9 with 6 hits, and 15 and 25, each with 5 hits. The cold 3 were 3, 11 and 26 with 1 hit each. I would run this with penny bets if I could find a 00 wheel that would accept them. I don't mind putting some skin in the game, but just an exfoliation, not an amputation.
Keep in mind that casinos are not there to make you rich. So test strategies on a simulator and read the critiques of any strategy that you are planning to use. Also, all roulette players should remember that no system works all the time and some don't work at all. Adjust your risk level accordingly. Good luck until the next time.